Now, the way that they display the records at this county courthouse is completely different than the previous one, but it's still got roughly the same information, right? They just give it to us in a different way. Let me scroll down here and see what we got. Okay, now that I got them all on one screen, you can see there's some similarities to the previous website and some differences. Let me pull this up for a closer view and discuss what we found here. Okay, here's the first 25 records that came up. Here's the categories it gives us. It's got instrument number, which we recognize from the previous website. It's got book number, which is new. Page number, which is also new. And I can tell you, that is just the way that they record these documents. That's just an internal filing system, so the recorder can easily pull up documents that you're looking for when you happen to know those bits of information. In our case, we don't, so it doesn't help us much. We have the date filed, which is similar to the previous website. We got the document type category, which we're looking through deeds of trust, so they all say deeds of trust. We've got the grantor category, which I'll discuss here in a moment. The grantee category, a legal description option, which doesn't mean much to us either, and an image option, which, since we know we're actually looking to see the image of these documents in order to get as much information as possible, is definitely beneficial. Let's zoom in on a few examples here so we can discuss the grantor and the grantee category. You actually have experience in this whether you know it or not. Remember the R and the E in parentheses on the previous website? Those were actually symbols showing the very last letter in the words grantor and grantee. And we approach them in the same manner. If you look at the grantee category, you can see that all of them are actually names of banks. So what does that tell us? That's right. It tells us that they're the lenders. Remember, banks don't borrow money. They always lend money. If we look at the grantor category, they're all individuals, so I can infer that these are the people borrowing money from these banks. Now, you can easily see that navigating through this website is completely different, but the nature of what we're looking for remains the same. Granted, the type of document name is different, the website layout is different, but ultimately we're still getting that same list, grantor, grantee. No matter what website we find, if we find a series of bank names, we know those are the lender's names. We simply just look through those lender names until we find an individual's name. That individual would be holding an IOU, also called a note, and we want to try and view the image of that note document. Now, looking at this first page, I don't actually see anything that fulfills that criteria, having an individual's name in the lending category. So let's move on to page 2. Okay, I can tell you that page 2 didn't show me anything either. I'm actually all the way on page 5 until I was able to find what I was looking for. Can you see it on your screen? Here, let me zoom in. You'll see here that we have an individual's name in the grantee category with an individual's name in the grantor category. Now that tells me that we're working with an IOU or no. So what do we do from here? Well, remember, on the last website that we went to, there was an order a copy option, or we can click the instrument number. On this one, we have different options. Remember, we have the image category, and we've got the instrument number category if that is clickable. Because we know we're trying to look at the image of the document to get the information we want, I'm going to go ahead and click the tiny little logo here in the image category next to the document I hope to peruse. Let's do that now by just moving my mouse all the way up here and clicking this little logo. And once again, we have success. I can peruse the various pages involved with this IOU or note document entitled The Deed of Trust and extract all the information that I could need in order to contact them and see if they're interested in selling these payments. Now, how was I able to do this? It's because I wasn't focused on how one particular website functions. I focused on knowing what I'm looking for and doing my best to navigate through their site. Now, you're going to find that you'll get darn good at specific counties out there, and I want you to. Remember, each one of these counties is pretty much an infinite source of information, right? If I get good at one particular county, and if every single day a new node or IOU is created, then I'll always have people that I can contact. It does indeed take practice to figure out how each website functions, but with the 3,000 plus